Let's get into it. 1987 Chevy Monte Carlo SS. This one is pretty cool to me. It has the IROC inserts molded into the hood. I think that's pretty cool. Definitely not something you'll see anytime soon if you ever see it again. Really straight body lines on this car. At some point it has been repainted, which presents really, really well. When we got the car in, it had some huge incorrect SS badges on it. So we did take those off. There is a little bit of yellowing where that was. Very hard to see, very faint, but a little bit of yellowing there. And there is also a little bit of yellowing here on the hood. But other than that, the paint shows super well. And the killer for this car, we'll get into it once we crank it up for you. But this car has a newly rebuilt motor. That's probably the only paint imperfection I can find. Newly rebuilt motor with probably 12 miles on it. And that's just mileage for test drives and driving back and forth to the detail shop. The dash on this car is absolutely perfect. Shows 37445 on the odometer. The seats, the carpet, everything's in really good shape. You could dye these back if you really wanted to restore that luster. It is a fully optioned car, power windows, power locks, all that good stuff, and it all works. Let's see here. A little bit of overspray there. You can see a run. If there's something to note on the interior, there's that one little spot in the back seat. Headliner in this car is really nice. We'll check out the other side, then we'll crank this thing up, pop the hood, try to get her on the lift. They're full over there, but we'll try to get her on the lift so we can take a look up underneath. But passenger side, same thing. There's no cracking in the vinyl, no cracks in the dash, no rot in the T-top hardware. This door does have some surface, but it is rock solid. You guys know the drill. If I see it, you'll see it. Not a fan of hiding things. So real quick, we'll peek up underneath. And like I said, I'll try to get this thing on the lift for you. I didn't happen to get a video when we first put it up there. But you see floors, frame, all in good shape. The car had been sitting up for a while. Tires are great on this car, no dry rot whatsoever. They do have the slightest of a flat spot, which should come out with driving. I drove the car at 70 miles an hour yesterday and today I could already feel the difference. So, but who knows? I don't know what wheels you guys are going to go with, or white letter tires, or drive it as it is. But as you can see, pans are all in great shape. Exhaust is all there. Frame is in great shape. Just a little bit of surface. Let's crank this thing up and see what we got. Now this car has been sitting here for probably 2 hours. I didn't tap the gas to get it to start. Everything is there except for the smog pump. So you California guys, I'm telling you that the smog pump is not on this car. But with that being said, it is in the trunk. Nothing fancy with the exhaust on this car. pop the trunk. What I will say for the trunk on this car is there's a lot of stuff back here. There's a sound system here. If we can make the sound system work, I'll leave it in the car. If not, I am going to take it out. But take a look at what's important. The deck lid is in really good shape. Let me back up to make sure I cover it for you guys. Same thing there. A little surface there. None on this side. In really good shape. But smog pump, all the hardware to put it back on. There's a car cover inside here, as well as that speaker and amp. Like I said, if the stuff is any good, I'll leave it in there. If not, I'm going to clean it out and send it empty. But that's this car in a nutshell. Let's get her out on the road and see what she does. All right, we are in the 87 Chevy Monte Carlo. The one with those really cool IROC scoops. Some of you are going to love them. Some of you are going to hate them. I am a fan. Not a lot to talk about with this car. We changed the motor. It's got a rebuilt 305. Proper roller motor for the year. Probably got about 10 miles on it at this point. If we're gonna mention anything, speedo works, gas gauge definitely works. The car was on E before I picked it up. Temperature gauge does not work. I've been driving for probably about 15 minutes and it has not moved yet. The heat is on and very warm. Feels great in here. You see the oil pressure gauge is pegged, and obviously the RPM gauge does not work. But other than a little T-top wind noise, which can be cured with all new rubber seals, nothing to talk about here. So I was going over the car one more time just to make sure I didn't miss anything, going over fender extensions and whatnot. And I looked right back here and didn't see this, but there's a little bit of bubbling right there on the rear driver quarter. The metal is all solid there. It's all there. All the way up and down. Just a little bit of bubbling there. That could be cleaned up, and so could that. But again, you know the drill. We're a full disclosure company. If I see it, you're gonna see it. This one's just dirt. That's mud from where I drove back. That one's nice and solid, holding up well. Fender extensions are perfect. Just wanted to make sure I jumped in and showed you guys that. Try to take some of the fear out of online buying. So there we go.